After more than 125 years flying above Mississippi, this flag is coming down for the last time. The final flags to be pulled down from the state capitol were folded and taken by motorcade to a museum, where they're now consigned to history. The move sparking elation among civil rights activists.
Symbols of hurt and hate matter, and it needs to be dismissed and taken down. And that's what's happened with the signing of the bill, that the Confederate symbol is not who Mississippi is now.
It is now law.
With a stroke of his pen, the Republican Governor Tate Reeves removed the legal status of the banner a few days after a broad coalition of lawmakers voted in favor of the historic change. Mississippi had been the last state clinging on to the controversial cross stars dropped by nearby Georgia in 2003. For years there have been calls to remove what's seen as a symbol of racism in Mississippi too, but it was the recent protests sparked by the killing of George Floyd in May that finally pushed lawmakers into action.
The wave of protest, honestly, that swept the nation, and the Black Lives Matter Mississippi movement, I think that helped crystallize the sentiment across the state, which is that most of us don't want this symbol.
A new flag will now be designed by a 9-member commission that will include the words, "In God We Trust." State residents will have the chance to vote on their flag in November, the same time they're picking their new president.
So let me close by saying this. Long before America was even an idea, this land of plenty was home to many peoples. To British and French, to Dutch and Spanish, to Mexican, to countless Indian tribes. We all shared the same land. We didn't always get along, but over the centuries, what eventually bound us together, what made us all Americans, was not a matter of blood. It wasn't a matter of birth. It was faith and fidelity to the shared values that we all hold so dear. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, endowed with certain inalienable rights, life and liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's what makes us unique. That's what makes us strong.
I now understand for the first time why my dad was so proud to fly that flag.
I pledge to never be passive, patriotic, or grateful in the face of American abuse. I pledge to always thoughtfully bite the self-righteous American hand that thinks it's feeding us. I pledge that white Mississippians and white Americans will never dictate who I choose to be or what symbols I choose to imbue with meaning. I pledge to not allow American ideals of patriotism and masculinity to make me hard, abusive, generic, and brittle. I pledge to messily love our people and myself better than I did yesterday. I pledge to be the kind of free that makes justly winning and gently losing possible, to never ever confuse cowardice with courage. I pledge allegiance to the Mississippi freedom fighters who made all my pledges possible. I pledge allegiance to the baby Mississippi liberation fighters coming next. This is my pledge of allegiance to my United States of America and to my Mississippi. Ready or not, this is a pledge to my home. Are y'all standing up?
The work at a pace that really was unheard of in the 60s. The year since Mike Brown has been killed has seen more than 3 times as many protests happening as 1965. And so this is a scale that really is unheard of in American history. inspired a new generation of activists demanding justice.
Remember my